Yo, what's the deal, fam? Yo, a little while back, right, I did a video sharing why I thought that Prodigy should be top 5 or why he's in my top 5, right? I'm a big fan of giving people their props, and I love to see when their peers do the same exact thing. So check this video out.
The first feature I actually went and got from somebody was Prodigy. You know what I mean? Like, Prodigy was it for me.
Rest in peace, P.
Yeah. When Prodigy passed, man, that shit hit me like it did when Biggie passed. You know what I mean?
Understandably
like,
so.
I love that guy right there.
Me too.
Like, if you look at a lot of my projects, he was like on the first fucking record. So not only was he like the king of like the first two bars,
intro line, yep,
but he was necessary in the beginning of a project.
He was my favorite rapper for several different periods. You know what I'm saying? Like,
listen, man, I know the infamous backwards.
Same.
Rest in peace of Prodigy, man. I got
always.
P, Prodigy of Mobb Deep, is a first ballot Hall of Famer who did it his way. You know what I'm saying? You gotta respect that. Organic singles, the ability to steal the show, being in a group but still having legendary songs with limited opportunities, right? Because as a solo artist, you get more verses, right? So, an array of different reasons, man. But yo, shout out to Lloyd Banks for giving P his props, man, and a host of others who continue to do so. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And as always, go get yours. Yeah. Yo, what's the deal, fam? Welcome to the Ease Experience. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Yo, today I want to talk about an individual who's appreciated, but I don't feel as though they're honored in the way they should be. And that individual is Prodigy of Mobb Deep, right? This whole week or weekend, I've been bumping his discography and in total amazement. Not to say that I didn't know that. He's one of my favorite rappers ever. I think he should be in everyone's top 10. He should be a staple in your top 10. I have him in my top 5, but he should be in everyone's top 10, right? And there's a myriad of different reasons, but you know what? We're going to speak about that. First off, he checks all boxes, right? He's done everything. Most people would say he started off in a group, and they view that as some type of advantage. But if you think about it, in the era where he's from, where a solo artist would get 3 verses, an opportunity to get their point across, 3 verses, he typically only had 2. So what does that mean? He had to make them count. That's not easy. That's not easy. Efficiency matters. So when we're talking about a success rate, he was successful as far as dope verses in comparison to most rappers, but he had less opportunities, right? If we're putting him up against other solo artists, right? His presence is another reason. He had the ability to steal the show on any song, whether it's Mobb Deep, whether it's a feature. He possessed that. That's something that you can't teach. He had the impeccable one-liners. War going on outside. We all know that. Survival of the fittest, right? Illuminati with my mind, soul, and my body. Another key fact. Most people always speak about how Jay sampled Nas on Dead Presidents. Illuminati with my mind, soul, and my body was sampled on the same album on The Evils. Prodigy has been that dude. And that sample is from what? The I Shot Your remix. Who Shot Your remix? LL, 95. Another reason, in my opinion, depending upon who you are, especially in New York, you know what I'm saying, there's a period of time where you can argue around 2000 where Prodigy wore the crown. He was the best rapper. I really believe that. He was on fire. Think about it. From the HNIC to the mixtape run they was on, because at one point, Mobb Deep mixtape game was ridiculous. All right? So we got what? He checking all boxes. The presence. He had the ability, in some people's opinion, he wore the crown, in my opinion, right? Around 2000. It wasn't that long, but he had that period of time where he wore the crown. And he's coming from a group. So he stepped outside of his group, made his presence felt as a solo artist, which is not an easy thing to do. Everyone who's been a part of a group hasn't been able to do what Prodigy's done, right? Think about it. And I'm talking about grade A, top level material. He did it his way. Is another reason why we're talking about this. And I feel as though he should be honored on a more consistent basis. The songs that he released are timeless, but they give you the feeling of a B-side release, right? Which means that they're more they're more heartfelt, right? There's no polish. It's not overproduced. They're organic singles and releases, and they're timeless. Shook Ones Part 2, Hell on Earth, Keep It Thorough, Survival of the Fittest, Quiet Storm. Think about that. How many artists can legitimately state that they've done what he's done while doing it their way? A lot of them have hit singles, but you don't even play them anymore. They was hot in 2000. Yeah, they hit the Billboard 100, sold some records, but you're not, the replay value is P, brought something to the game that not many artists can state emphatically. And I'm here making an argument for him. I can go, we're gonna do a video on his contribution, overview, because the more I'm speaking, the more I realize what he brought to the game. Like he's one of those rappers where he didn't even have to rhyme one word, and it felt like he was having a conversation with you, a connection. You know what I'm saying? That he had those intangibles, things that you can't teach them. You can't teach them. You can't. So he checked all the boxes, like I stated, right? Started off in a group, did his thing. Outside of that, efficiency matters because being in a group can be an advantage and a disadvantage. Presence, the ability to steal the show. He's done that with, I don't care who on a record. TikTok with Nas, he was on Nas' heels. Some may even say that he had the better performance. There's so many different records, man. He definitely, in my opinion, wore that crown, and he did it his way. He kept it organic, but they were so heartfelt and so memorable that the timeless tunes. Everyone can't say that. Big time label pushes and marketing putting all the dollars behind it. Nah, the music spoke. The people gravitated towards it, and that's why they're still standing here. So let me know, what is Prodigy's place in hip hop history? Is he in your top 10? Is he in your top 5? Let me know in the comment section. And let me know if you agree with me. If I'm bugging, I want to hear that too. Once again, here at the Ease Experience, we engage in discourse on a mature level. Right? So there's no hate, there's no beef. We're not always going to agree, but we speak about these things because we care about the culture, right? So let me know what you think. I appreciate all of you out there. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. And as always, go get yours.